What is going on YouTube? Thank you so much for joining us tonight for another night of hot topics and social commentary. So excited for you guys to be joining us tonight. A couple of things I want to get out the way before we get started. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free to do. So please do me a favor and press that big red subscribe button. Also, give us a thumbs up on this video and give us some comments. Let us know how we're doing or chime in on the topics that we're discussing tonight. And last but not least, make sure you press that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And make sure you share all of my videos, my channel, everything, JoJo Speaks. Share it all over your social platforms rather, and everywhere else, wherever you can share it. Share me out there. We want to get JoJo Speaks out on the map. My people are back. Mike and Jennifer, what's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, we here, aka the Lock Gang. Okay, locks all the way around, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the biggest news that has come out that I was unaware of, I don't know how, but you know, I'm putting myself out on Front Street. I did not know this happened before it happened, but it has been announced that Beyonce is releasing an album. Is it July the 29th?
July the 29th. Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles, Carter is coming out with an album, you guys.
God bless her.
She finally gave us a date this time around. Thank God, because Beyonce, it's a recession and gas is going up sky high. Rent has gone up sky high. Everything just sky high. So I need to make sure I can plan accordingly.
Amen.
Right, get my coin together.
Right. Go ahead, my Beyonce stash is a little empty right now. I have to go check into it. Okay? But I will be getting it, okay?
I'm really surprised that Rihanna is going longer without releasing a new album than Beyonce is. Like, this is really shocking to me because for, I think, maybe 3 years in a row, Rihanna released an album for 3 years back to back to back. And then, you know, Anti is the last album that we heard from her. And I think that was released in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know.
Excuse me. This is about Beyonce, okay?
I understand. I'm just comparing and contrasting. You know, what are you guys expecting to hear from Beyonce? Because so far it seems like we've heard everything there is to hear from her. So what are you guys expecting to hear from this new album?
Go from here.
Oh, okay.
You
might as well just take me off the screen, child.
Yes.
Let me just go ahead and all right. We don't need you.
I feel a little shade coming from Jonathan Wade. See what Killer Bees do? Thing and get rid of.
Right.
But you know, her album's called The Renaissance, and I'm gonna be quite honest. That scares me. I don't know, because no, Beyonce. Well, she has a coin. She might go back in time where we have never been, and saying some shit that we don't know what the hell she's talking about. So, you know, Beyonce, Giselle, you know, we still stuck in the same place she left us. Okay. It's been a pandemic, okay, but that's all that's been happening lately, a pandemic. So don't act brand new, child. But she did do an interview saying this album would be for the fans. Like all of my hope, but said it's gonna be for the fans. So she know what we like. We like the and you know, get us like 2 damn ballads and that's about it. And then, but we want to hear the fast twerking. I need to hear Meg Thee Stallion on one of your songs. Like, I want to see a good dance video, like a ratchet dance video. Like, I just want to see it all. But you know, whatever she bring, I'm going to like it anyway, so it don't really matter. She can come out here singing ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and I'm going to purchase it, and it's the best song in America. And F Rihanna.
Why you feel that way about Rihanna? You know what? Let me not, you know, trigger Mike again. I'm just going to leave that alone. Rihanna, I love you dearly.
I like Rihanna too. I do like Rihanna. But you know, this is about Beyonce.
I do need to make sure I say hello, Regina. How are you?
Hey, Regina. The Juice Radio and Talk Show.
There is something in my eyeball, y'all. But anywho, now one thing that I saw as I flipped through Instagram today, I heard somebody saying it's going to be a dance album, and it does say part 1. So I'm not sure, or Act 1.
Act 1.
Yeah, but I heard
like B-Day Dan? I mean, that'd be like the I Am
Sasha Fierce.
Right. Maybe something like that. But something tells me she wants us to dance. I feel that. Something tells us she wants us to go in.
And then during the pandemic, everybody's been kind of down. So she's going. I don't care. Just bring something different. A real artist and a real performer, a real legend, living legend coming to the stage. Okay, Jonathan.
Right.
Jonathan, I like the face you give me, Jonathan.
Hopefully she
What face? I don't know what you're talking about.
hopefully she gives us something for the ages. Hopefully she gives us something to really bring the people up and, stop the recession from continuing from coming, for all of us the power to do
Right.
it.
To be honest, what I would love to hear from Beyonce is an R&B heavy album.
Yes.
I would love to hear a heavy R&B because if anything, I feel like Beyonce could bring it back. Or she could help in the effort to bring R&B back because
But with that
um
seal.
right.
It could be like a
'Cause
Dangerously in
before
Love
the-
Part 2.
Or so wait, hold on. So what I need to understand what we're talking about here. Are we looking for another 4? Are we
Yes.
looking for What we looking
4
for?
was good.
I love
I want to
it.
hear another 4. Like I still remember listening to 4 for the first time. And Jennifer,
Yes.
I love me some ballads. So those
Yeah.
ballads on that album are amazing.
I Care
And
was
it
like
is pure R&B. It's like kind of elevated R&B, but it's still R&B. And that's what I love to hear in general. And so if Beyonce gives us that, or maybe at least like a solid 5 or 6 R&B heavy hitters, I would be extremely happy. I'll probably be happy regardless.
Well, it's
but
16 songs on the album.
It's
Oh,
16.
okay.
16.
Wow.
So she can do a little bit of everything.
A good mix, and to be honest, I've even been enjoying her what's it called, Afrobeat songs that she's had from her last albums. I've been enjoying those
the
too.
Lion King thing.
Yeah, I've been enjoying
those were
those
good
as well. Very uplifting, very natural.
Yes, and you know what? I mean, I think it's gonna be good. She always comes up with something that's good for the people.
Absolutely.
For the people.
Right.
So you know what I really want though?
What you want?
I really want her to do at least 2 or 3 features with Destiny's Child. That would be good. Like a no part 1 again, because you just say no.
The space that she's in life, because
she can do it.
If you think about it, like a lot of her music reflects where she is in life.
Mhm.
So I don't think she would do a whole lot of love stuff, to be honest, or like you're me kind of stuff. I don't think
I want to hear. Hopefully, she talk about sex and not be so secretive this time. I want you like mention, like put that thing on my daddy.
Well, I mean that's what she did on Beyonce. Did you hear Rocket? Like that was my
Rocket.
jam.
But you know she did that also on the last album. Well, the last. I can't say it because she come up so much stuff from movies and she do a whole. But the one Formation album.
Lemonade.
Who do you think I is? You ain't married to no average bitch, boy. I'm like, okay, Beyonce.
Let me tell you. That's like my favorite song from that whole album.
Yes.
The emotion and everything. Because sometimes, Mike, don't get on me. Because sometimes you don't hear a whole lot of the emotion coming from her sometimes.
I agree.
In that song,
you heard it.
Everything. It's
that
like
album.
Okay, it sounded like he cheated yesterday. That's how that's how she sounded. But what I'm hoping that she just do a lot of things about love, self-love. If she didn't twerk. Look at me, I'm hot. Because my favorite song, did I ever tell you that? My favorite song is Blow.
Yeah.
Blow?
Out of everything she ever did, Blow. I love it.
Je ne sais quoi. Chevy.
Okay.
You know what? And speaking of Beyonce, her offspring, Blue Ivy, was in the media this week.
Oh, was she
looking
not
just
like
a
gorgeous
little
thing?
Beyonce?
Right.
She was gorgeous.
Before
like
we
me and
Johnson, did you see that?
I definitely did. Okay.
But
My
yes, she was gorgeous. With her hoop earring and her lip gloss.
me and my mother, we were looking at her on the news and stuff because parents watches news, so I watched it with her. And she was like, she just looks so cute. The curly hair,
Yes.
the earrings weren't too much, the lip gloss wasn't too much, her outfit wasn't too much. She looked like a 10-year-old child.
Right.
You
Yeah.
see that, Kim Kardashian?
Whoo-wee. She looked like a 10-year-old child, and it's like I knew that her hair. I can't believe that her hair used to be such a big old issue. I can't stand it. Like they wanted her to get a
A perm or
relaxer out the
something.
room. Yes, like
Right.
they wanted her to have a relaxer out the womb. But it's like with natural hair, it's gonna look like that, and it's like you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? But her hair was absolutely gorgeous. It's like
Gorgeous.
that was 10-year-old glam, and I
Right.
loved it. I loved every bit of it.
And this is why, America, do what you need to do for yourself, because the same people, millions of people who was talking down to Beyonce saying, girl, do something with your child's hair. Why the child hair so nappy? You got money. Is the same people today saying, girl, your hair is gorgeous. Oh my God, you have hair like that. So
Exactly.
do what you got to do for yourself, because people will change up like that.
Yes, and also those are some of the same people that are edgeless because they did give their children
Come on,
relaxation.
somebody.
Yes. Come
Let's
on,
keep it
Jennifer.
real.
I
Let's
mean,
keep
it just is
real.
what it is. Sometimes we don't want to do what's right for ourselves because it doesn't look a specific way. But what Beyonce made sure to do was made sure that her daughter will continue to have edges through ages.
Yes.
So she didn't
Right.
do anything that will pull and tug at her daughter's hair.
She
Right.
said, tell it to hair be, girl.
So she
Okay.
let that child's hair be, and it grew, it flourishes, and it's prosperous. And now
Right.
you're saying, "Oh my gosh, it looks so good." Yeah, it does.
It's thick. And
Right.
Jay-Z
Like,
love his daughter. You can just tell.
Okay, and
right.
she was everybody. Daddy, get off me! Like seriously,
Right.
These are
Like
my
she said,
girls,
my
my girls.
hair. I'm like, what's going on?
get off me. Okay.
Okay.
But Regina says she all grown up and so cute.
So
Yes,
cute.
she is. And
Right.
okay, as we're gushing over Beyonce's children, I love how Rumi and
Sir.
Blue favorite
Oh,
each
man.
other so
Oh,
much.
yes.
Oh,
Yes. Beyonce,
Yeah.
you know, well, first of all, when they are smaller, I guess like the little kids, they look like Beyonce and Jay-Z together. But as they get
yes.
older,
More and more like
Beyonce and Jay-Z
Blue-
get a little stronger.
When
Oh,
Blue
look, it's
first
an
came
image.
out, she looked like Jay-Z.
She was
I was
Jay-Z's daughter.
I was a little nervous.
Up,
Like, I ain't tell
straight
nobody.
Jay-
looked like Jay-Z.
Z.
That
The
was
lip and
Jay-Z's
everything.
daughter. Okay.
Okay,
But
them jeans were coming
thankfully,
through.
okay.
Hard.
But thankfully, as she got older, her mother, got
Look at the
into her
guards.
face, and
That's how you know
Whew.
Dar's a comedian at the same time, because he was funny in the
Child.
beginning. Like, Lord Jesus, what the hell going on?
But we are all looking forward to this new album, Miss Beyonce. We know you will not disappoint. In
Absolutely.
other news, since you brought up the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian's baby's daddy, Tristan Thompson,
Oh,
he's fathered
yes.
yet another child.
Wait, a second
Um,
child outside or just one?
Yes.
No,
It's
Wait.
another
Well,
one.
he cheated at one time. Well, so this time
hold on.
he fathered another child aside now, or just one child? No, the first
I
time
have
he
the-
cheated on Khloe, but the second time he brought a child in.
Okay, I think what's going on is that people are seeing the
now airing on-
reaction. It's airing on the
Yeah.
show now, so
Right.
that we're actually seeing the reactions from when the world found out that he fathered a child outside of his
Yeah.
relationship with Khloe. So yeah, it is just one.
Gotcha. It's just one. But when will Khloe learn that Tristan is not the man for her? And she needs to just let him go and move on to a man that actually loves her.
Let me say this
know-
real quick. I will have to say, Kim Kardashian put it in a way where I understand and I see, though we all, it's so easy to see from the outside what's going on, but Kim Kardashian said, when you have a child, you want to do everything you can to make that relationship work so that the father can be in the life. And I do agree. Of course you want that. That's what you want. So sometimes you do your best to look over things, but um unfortunately, that's not something that a lot of people would do. Stay
You're
around
right.
as someone is continuously being flirtatious and continuously getting caught. He's horrible at doing this, guys. He keeps on getting
Horrible.
caught. And
And
then
then,
he got the nerve to impregnate somebody.
it's yeah,
I feel
out of all
sorry
the
for that.
Kardashians, I feel I'm the most sad for Khloe
Agreed.
because I feel like
Yeah.
she's one of the most realest one of them all for me.
Agreed.
And I think she is. I think it's not about the celebrity for her. I think she really loves these people that she's dating. I think she really is in love with them, and it's
Right.
not for show like some of the other Kardashians we're not gonna mention right now. But
I think a lot of those relationships are somewhat cursed
Why
because of
say
the way
that?
it's because the way she gets into them.
Oh, well,
Every
there you go.
long-term relationship that she has been in was off the back of another Black woman. Even her close friends.
Yeah, that
That's
will set
that's
you up for failure.
that's not a foundation
so
a
it's like how
relationship
you got them,
is,
how you lose them.
basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully Khloe gets
If
hers.
she could find somebody that's single, I
Right.
think maybe she'd
Exactly.
be onto something.
Well,
But
That's a good way to start out.
let's ask the question. Let's
ask the
say
question.
you're dating somebody
Mhm.
and then they cheat on you and you leave them, and excuse me, 4 or 5 years down the line, you both guys are single now, and you feel like he matured. Now you're talking again. You have a connection. You seem like he's changed. Would you give him a second chance again?
I would.
I would. But it really
Yes.
depends on where he is, because there's a chance that he might not be for you. Because people change. When people change, even if it's for the better, that man may still not be for you. But if it comes to if y'all see that y'all are still compatible, I believe it's
Hmm.
worth trying again.
Well, I'm asking this
And
because of. Oh, go ahead, Jonathan.
I was gonna say, in my opinion, I feel like maybe you shouldn't jump right back into a relationship per se,
Mm-hmm.
but just get back familiar with that person, get in their surroundings, and kind of see how they are acting. And if you see that there actually is a change in that person, then you can take that to the bank and move forward with a relationship. But if you see the same activities, you see the
Or to
same,
run
just
far, far away.
right, like then he's still playing the same games.
Yes. Well, Latoya Luckett, the OG of Destiny's Child, has a new show on YouTube, and her first statement
Is
was,
it Slim Thug?
Slim
"Did you
Thug,
did you
yes,
see him how fine he is? Not
girl.
I
not
didn't
not Slim
see,
Thug,
but
not what is Mr. Thug or Mr. Slim now or something like that because he's not
Yeah,
a
oh,
he
thug
changed his
anymore.
name to something else, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Slim's.
so because I saw that it was some kind of
Oh,
mystery. She said I'm speaking to an ex. I was like, ain't no
yes.
way
When I saw that video yesterday, I knew that it was going to be Slim Thug. I just
Yeah, I hope
knew
it
it.
wasn't Tony because Tony would get on my nerves. I didn't want Tony to be there,
So
and
you
that's
got
too soon.
so Mike, did you see the interview?
I did.
Yes,
Y'all
you
saw the
did
interview?
too,
Okay. No. All right.
Jonathan. Ain't he fine
Fine. I thought he
I'm
was
gonna have an
fine back in the
embarrassment right now.
day. Like I
with
thought
the
he was
braids,
cute back in the day with the
the
braids.
voice, and the
For
attitude, the
me,
teeth? Oh my lord!
for me, it's the lips and the voice, and he's
It,
tall. Like I think he's
it
like
caused
6'3" or
six
something
six
like
or something.
that.
Oh no, 6'5" or 6'4".
Child. But
Woo!
they were so open about their relationship and they were
Yes,
so free to talk amongst each other. Like you can
and
tell
you
like
can
they
see the
still have
chemistry too.
it is
You can tell
palpable.
they probably
Like
still tapping it. Like I,
you know that they still love each other and
yes,
it's because they broke up on good terms
yes,
and they were understanding of each other. They were both young at the time and he wanted to get married and she's saying your actions are not showing me that you're ready to get married and
right.
he did cheat on her and all
And
that
I
good
like how
stuff
they
but
both took accountability for their part in the relationship.
But
right, they
did
both
she
took
do wrong?
Huh?
they both took responsibility.
What did
Yes.
she do wrong?
She was just saying that when sometimes when things happen that he did, she just kind of left the situation, and she could have stayed and talked about it. But she just
Right.
said, "Bump it. I'm on the road anyway. I got to go. I'm on my album coming out. So I'm got a single out. I ain't worried about this. I'm moving on."
Yeah, she would use somewhat of a ghosting effect with him,
Yeah,
but I was very entertained by that interview,
very.
by that
I'm
video.
glad
It
you
was
watched
great.
it. Yes, I'm
Do
gonna keep
you
watching
think?
the
Do you
episode for
guys
sure.
think that they would entertain getting back together?
Well, that was one of the questions on the show,
Hmm.
and they both kind of let it say like, no, if I feel like if you gotta be friends first and work it out, and he said, yeah, I'm open to it.
Right.
She kind of smirked, but she open to it because you could tell
Yeah, she is.
Well,
Of
when
course.
she was
this is
laughing. This is his elbow. When she was laughing, she was like, "You're funny." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
But one
it's
thing that would
chemistry there."
slow me down from being okay, because of course she doesn't need my okay, but of course, me putting my 2 cents in, I'm not sure if he can't see why Russell Wilson is good for Sierra. I don't even know, like,
That
He said
got
something
me
about
as
that.
well. That got me as well. But at the same time, like I don't see Slim Thug as that dude. Like I feel like he might have said that because maybe that's what his homeboys were saying around him or something like that. He might think that, just for himself. That could be true. That did throw me off a little bit. But like to
Mm,
see them together like that,
yes,
mhm.
I still think he's
you
a
can
good dude.
you can
And I
feel the
think
love between them. You can feel it.
right.
Yeah.
And I think Latoya is a really good judge of character for the most part.
Hmm.
So I don't
See,
hold that against him solely.
And
I
she,
I I am holding it against him. I think it's because 'cause I'm a Leo. Um,
oh Lord.
I hold on. Cause he was like, you go from this thug to this thug to this thug to this square.
Well, that might be
Yeah.
what she need to do if she can stay with the thug.
That's who was for her. That's who was
Right.
for her. Sierra didn't belong with a thug.
And
Sierra
first of all, what
belongs
thug was
with
she with? Because I was not a thug at
I'm
all.
about
First
to
of
fall
all.
out.
right.
And
Okay.
Future was not a
So
thug either. Like, what thug was she with that we don't know about?
right.
50?
Who?
Future?
He ain't no damn thug. He a hoe, but he no thug.
Right. He black.
No.
Okay. He ghetto. He got 9 baby mamas. That's as much as you're gonna get.
And
But
speaking of that, I don't know what made her think she was gonna be so special
Who?
with
Sierra?
Future. Yeah, with Future.
you know what? I think she just fell in love with Future. I think she just said,
Just
to hell with all the things that he's going through with his baby's mamas and stuff like that. I love this man. This man looks good to me, so I'm gonna go for it.
Jonathan, you got me on my. You got me weak.
But let me tell you something. That I want everybody to remember this. You can't control who you fall in love with.
You can't. You really
That's one
You
can't.
thing.
can't,
You
and you
can.
have to remember that in your decision making. Love can't be part of the reason why you want to be with them.
And
It's
I
a
Right.
would
good
tell.
thing, but it can't be the reason why you stay around.
And that bedroom talk will have you fall in love even better, worse, because that's when you share your deepest secrets and everything
Yeah.
amongst each other,
Mhm.
and you're you're looking each other eyes, and you're smelling each other's breath. And you get your cologne on him, you get the perfume on him, like you just you're touching and giggling.
But as he continues to disrespect you, you can't look back to love as the reason why
Well, she
you need to
left.
stay.
Ooh,
But
she
she
sure
no, well,
did.
no, she left after she got ultimate disrespect.
Right.
It
Yeah.
she had to get down to the bottom of the bottom. Her trying to figure out how she gonna take care, not how, not money wise, but
Okay.
her trying to figure out. Oh, so I'm about to be alone taking care of this baby when she has a mom and dad that's still married.
Right. Yeah, I feel like
It's
I'm just
horrible.
glad that she saw the light eventually. I'm
Mhm.
so glad that she got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm so
I'm glad
glad
she
she
ain't no
got to that
Rashida.
point. Because a lot of people never get to that point. And you know what? If she was not Sierra, like if she was not Sierra and she didn't have the career that she had,
Oh
she
yeah,
probably
she
would
probably
not have
still be
left
with
him.
him.
She would still
Well, I
be
don't
with
know.
him, right?
All the baby mamas left him, so she probably would have left him too.
Right. But anyways, on to the next topic.
I got one more thing to say.
Oh, go ahead.
There's this meme. It says, "I'd rather be a Sierra or a."
It says I might be a Sierra. I might be a Lori Harvey. I might even be a Sierra, but I definitely be Rashida.
Okay.
Let me
I
tell you
know that's
something.
right.
Lori is just out here living her life.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
golden, okay? And then Sierra, she's living golden too in her way. But Rashida,
I think
couldn't.
Lori is how you're supposed to do it before you fall in love with a man, with the real one.
That I
Before we
agree with.
continue, Regina said, I don't know who these people are, so I'm going to eat my chicken while you're talking, and I'm listening.
Thanks, Regina. You're amazing.
Just keeping it real. That's what we do here. But
Yes.
anyways, there was a disturbing news that came that came about. There was a 16-year-old young man who was driving through a neighborhood. I believe it was a white Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if it was a mistake. Oh, it might have been.
White Mercedes.
It looked like a white Mercedes, and he was driving through this neighborhood, and it was a white neighborhood, and so these two men came out of their homes. They assaulted his car. They broke two windows out of it, if I'm not mistaken, the driver's side window and the passenger behind the driver's side window. Now the two men were arrested. Now they have bonded out, but they. Right, but they were arrested. These men just thinking that they are the king of there was an episode of Got to Be Real where Aretha said, "Well, I'm the queen of stole," and Dion said, "You're not even the queen of the block you stay on." So these men feel like they are the king of their block. They feel like they can police who comes through. Were they saying that he was drag racing or something like that? Were they
say he was like skid? You skid mark through the like.
Okay, yeah,
skidding
his tires.
That, but I think it's like drag racing. I don't know what it's
right, but it's like if you don't know what's going on, you mind your business. We know white people don't know how to mind their own business, but you mind your business and you go along with your busy day. What if this black man had a gun and shot your ass?
And one of them had a gun.
Right.
And what's crazy is that the whole neighborhood was out there trying to boost them up, saying, you know what I'm saying? He was doing this and they were doing that. They're the perpetrators. And then I like how he said, we stood out there for all them hours.
So we can make sure.
Sure. They got arrested. And the funniest thing to me, the other neighbors that weren't arrested, they said, "You happy now?" "Yeah, I'm happy."
Yeah.
Of course I'm happy.
They deserve to go down.
Okay.
I'm happy.
I'm going to give it up for these young boy parents for teaching that young black man who is 16 years old to not react.
So mature.
To not react, because this could have been so. I almost got emotional just now. Because this could have went totally different. Totally different. So I'm just happy that he put out his phone and he did this. He did everything in a calm manner. Got the people's faces. I mean, he just did what he needed to do to make sure he could come out of this situation. And the thing is, this is the same area where Trayvon Martin got killed. The same location, like the city and state.
No,
yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So I'm sure the parents of young black men, young black women too, probably tell your sons, don't go out here with no hoodie on. Don't act like you got something in your pocket. So I'm just glad that whatever his parents taught him, he listened. So I'm just excited about that.
Even if his parents didn't talk to them, just looking at what's happening in media.
Yes.
We are quickly learning. Don't rise to the occasion.
Please.
Just sit and wait and let this process happen and continue to show these people acting a buck fool.
Right.
But what gives anybody the right to throw a that rock was huge in my window and break my window?
Yeah.
Yes. That is, it's ridiculous of the entitlement that white people have. I don't want to say white people have.
Exactly.
What makes you think you can just do that? And it's not your neighborhood. You might be majority in the neighborhood, but it's not yours. You don't own everything in here.
Right. As long as he's not on your property, then you should have nothing to say.
Right.
Not a thing. Regina says drag racing in a Mercedes. That's
what they said he was doing, but
the Caucasian folks were saying that that's what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah. And then also, I'm the power of social media. I went on this little boy page, the 16-year-old page, not a little boy, but it's 16-year-old page, and on his social media, I guess because the video got out, people sharing the video. Now it has tons of news people asking him to do an interview.
Yeah,
it's on TikTok, the Shade Room, Facebook.
All over.
I'm so happy it's getting out. So this does not go by the wayside. It's been so many times. Well, this is not the first time this has happened, but maybe it's the first time it's being public, and people are now being handled accordingly.
Right.
Power of social media is a good thing and a bad thing. This time it showed up for good.
Right, but it's showing a spotlight on the wrong that these two men have done to this young man.
Yes.
Yeah. Regina says a level head can keep you from ending up dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Just speaking, have you guys ever had an encounter with the police where you know that it's been racially
Motivated?
Motivated?
No, I've never had one of those encounters.
I believe it's possible. On our way from Columbia, South Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia. So that's like mid Georgia spaces. He did I don't know, maybe he just went easy on us because he saw there was nothing going on. He said that I was weaving out of lines or whatever. It's low key possible because I had I was driving with my sweet tea from McDonald's in my hand, so it's a chance I could have. And then
you a sweet too, I bet.
With me and Tyrone, we were talking, we be conversating and stuff. We go in, you know, conversating, you know what I'm saying? So like that's how that happened. He basically the police officer, he was in our back window asking, you know, hey, you know, I saw you do like this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what? I did what? Oh no. Here's this, you know, I'm drinking my tea and everything. You want to smell it? There's nothing in there. You want to smell it? And I'm over here offering my driver's license that I already got out here. Here's my driver's license and everything. He's like, oh no, you're good. It's like I think I was just a little bit too forward and too happy of an African American.
Like,
oh, okay, y'all can go ahead, and you know, no warning, no nothing. So I believe that could have been racially motivated, but it's like we weren't the kind of race that he was looking for. He was looking for us to be angry at the moment. It's like, I'm happy we're having conversation. We just over here conversating, officer. I mean, we just go. Sometimes when we have a conversation, it just goes crazy. But that's how that happened. And let me just say real quick, you don't even own the sidewalk in front of your house. No, you do not own the neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
That's right.
Period.
That is
right.
Well,
you know what? I have definitely been in a situation. I don't know if you guys, you probably haven't seen it. It's been years ago, but it was on the news. I mean, not on the news, but it was on the. I put it on Facebook where Trump was in office, and long story short, I was on my lunch break, and they had the traffic blocked off, and I was just like, okay, how long is it going to be? My lunch break is almost over, and she said you can either go to jail or you can shut up. Wow. So I'm like, well, how does me asking you how long it's going to be have anything to do with me going to jail? She left my car and came back with 5 white policemen, and they dragged me out my car, walked me across the street where the rally was going, so in handcuffs now. And I remember just standing there, and the white lady was like, "Good job, officer. You guys are doing a good job." And I just know she said it because I'm a black man in handcuffs. Then when the rally was over, she said, "Okay, you're free to go."
Wow.
I was
that is messed all the way up.
Yes, I was so pissed off. I called my mother and I was crying and cursing. I don't curse for my mom, but I was just so pissed off with them.
And, I would feel the same way. Like, what are you getting snappy with me for? I'm just asking a question. I'm on my break, girl. Can you not relate? Okay.
I mean, dragging my car still in drive. I said, "You want to put my car on park, sir?"
Right. Oh my goodness, that is a mess. But anyways, in other news, it's been announced that the lawsuit between Netflix and Monique the Shade Room has announced that it's been dismissed. Now, other sources have said that it was possibly settled out of court. So we're not exactly sure what the case is with that. I'm assuming that it is dismissed. It makes more sense to me that it would be dismissed than it would be settled out of court, because as I think you said earlier, Mike, that Monique probably wouldn't settle for anything less than what she was originally asking for. So I'm thinking that it has been dismissed. But either way, this thing is not ending the way Monique would have wanted it to end at the end of the day. So, you know, was this all for nothing, or what are your reactions to this dismissal or settlement?
I have no comment about Monique and her Nothing. She is not on my good side today.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Thank
All
you for your
right.
contribution.
Okay. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this dismissal slash settlement?
To be honest, I don't believe there was really a settlement.
Me either.
I believe the I b- okay. When they say that it was dismissed, that doesn't mean things were settled. If it was settled, it would have been settled. Does that make sense?
Right.
If you
Yeah.
said that it settled, I believe that the reason why it was dismissed because the person that's bringing on the suit has the burden of proof.
Right.
I do believe Monique's side of town had substantial proof to make the accusations that she was making about Netflix. And her claims would not be able to stand in court. When she said she was going to sue them, I said, oh, well, I guess we'll see how this turns out because I never thought that it would ever make it to court. And I was right.
Right.
So it just is what it is. She wanted, especially a titan like that. I don't know what made her think that she'd be able to even afford bringing Netflix to court. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I feel like Monique thought that she was going to have a lot of support behind her, and I think she was banking on that support to kind of help her to get through this type of trial.
There's a possibility that that's the case because she does, as we have already talked about over and over again, how she continues to try to bring everybody in on her issues,
Right.
saying that she loves us for real. This is for my little sisters coming up
My
in the
little
game.
babies, my
My little
babies.
Hey,
babies,
my loves.
my loves. But this is the thing, people are already still saying it's like, you don't represent me, ma'am.
Right.
I am not your baby nor your love.
Now how you
I,
acting?
I'm not interested in being affiliated with you, your brand, and what you stand for. It is nice that you want to get paid more money, but ever since this all started, it was about you getting paid more money.
Right.
What money do I get from standing behind you?
Right. How does it
It's
help?
always me.
Right. Like as a celebrity, I would be thinking, how does it help me to be on your side? What does that do for me?
Well,
Um,
she doesn't care about anybody else but herself and Daddy.
right.
Because she said boycott uh Netflix, but it's so many black shows on Netflix. So
Like
what about my money, Monique? What
Not
about me?
not only
there are so many Kevin Hart, there are so many Dave Chappelle, there are so many Cat Williams specials specifically made for Netflix. It's like, I don't know how you gonna pull that off, girl,
and I
when you
mean
got
comedians that we haven't heard for a while have worked with Netflix. Not only African American comedians, but TV shows. I'm even watching African shows right now through Netflix.
Hell,
There
Beyonce
and
Homecoming on Netflix.
okay, and I
Mhm.
shall watch that. So, so like this is just the big thing, guys. I feel like at the very end of the day, she's working for herself, and for her
Only.
to yes, and just like every other actress, Viola Davis did not speak up and say, "I need to be paid what I need to be paid, and I'm doing this for all the other girls
Right.
that's behind me. I'm doing this for everybody," because she spoke for herself when it came time for her to get paid.
Right.
Ingenue, she spoke for herself when it came time for her to get paid.
Exactly.
Uh, uh, what's her name that was in the help with Viola?
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia.
Oh, you
She
talking
spoke up.
about yeah.
Yeah, she spoke up for herself when it came
She's
time
a
for her to get paid.
great actor too.
Yes,
Right. But
and
but
all those. Go ahead.
the common denominator with all those examples is it was done behind closed doors. And when you do things not to have the spotlight on you and not to have everyone see what it is that you are doing, then that's when it's the most genuine, and that's when we can see where it is that you're really coming from. Whereas something that is performative, as what Monique has been doing, that reads not too genuine. It doesn't read as if you're
And
doing
it's
things the right way.
but it's only when you don't get your way.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get this
Right,
part of this movie. Oh, them producers is now whack.
right.
And
So
and they
Girl,
can
you just
suck
get
it
the
up
part in
in.
the movie.
Yeah.
right, but
Or
this is. Go ahead,
I just
Jennifer.
never heard her. I never heard her stand up when other African American women did not get a part, did not get the special, did not get paid what they're supposed to get paid.
Well,
Now, I
let me
would
say,
understand if that was the case, if she was standing up for other
well,
women
yeah,
and
then it'll be a different scenario then.
Right,
absolutely. But, especially how low she went on with,
Yeah.
DL, apparently all of it is just a
Well, let me make
attack
you
on
guys
him.
laugh today. She
Please.
did it done
we
live,
want to.
and this lady called Monique had the nerve to say,
What?
she said, somebody was telling her like, Monique, you need to get off live and start
Hmm.
crying wolf or whatever. And
Mhm.
she said, you know what? If you don't like what I'm saying, you can get the hell out of my live. But she was saying, you know what? Thank God that 50 Cent is a stand-up guy. Thank God Lee Daniels is a stand-up guy. We may have to go through a little rough. I said, I know.
Really?
After you didn't drag this man through the mud,
Through the mud.
but now he done said sorry. Now he a stand-up guy because he's sorry. This lady has really just hurt my nerves. One thing I don't do, if I follow up with somebody and we consider to be friends or we're work buddies or whatever, I don't go and just do like a smear campaign and try to get rid of your ass and just all this stuff talk
Right.
down to you. If I don't with you, I just don't with you.
It's
You can
just
still
what
fuck
it
with them,
is.
but I don't want to with you.
Period. And that is understood.
And that's
Yes.
that's what adults do.
Right,
Yes.
child. But of course,
I
this is
could
not
be
the
in the
last.
same building, but my enemy could be right across from me. Is my computer going there? Oh, am I glitching? Okay.
Yeah, you glitch just a little bit, but you ain't
A
glitching no
little
more.
bit.
Go ahead. Oh Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still with us,
I'm like,
Mike.
hold on, everybody frozen.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
good. But I'm sure that's not the last that we're hearing from Miss
Okay.
Monique. But on to the next topic before we get into social commentary.
Can we do these comments?
Okay.
Regina said that sweet tea will make you swerve.
Okay.
And Mike, what? Oh wow. That's what she said.
So Amber Heard has been making the
So
rounds, doing her
Monique.
interviews, trying to speak up for herself, trying to prove that she is the truth bearer. She is the one telling the truth.
Girl.
I think it's almost like she said like she barely spent any time on the stand when I think she spent days on the stand.
Yes, and I
But
was annoyed.
right. But one of the jurors came out and said, we did not believe her from jump. Okay. I think it was 7 jurors in total. I believe it was 5 women and 2 men, or was it 2 men and 5 women?
I think it was the more women than men, but
Yeah, I think it was more women too.
but the person that spoke up was a man.
Right. So Amber Heard's been making her rounds, and child, no one believes you, girl. We don't believe you.
I do believe you.
What is it that you think that she's trying to accomplish with these interviews, Jennifer?
She's doing her best to seem credible or try to come across or act as an actress that is be an actress and act as if she is a credible person. So that's what I feel with Amber, because I watched her on the stand, unfortunately.
Mhm.
I watched her I watched her throughout, when she was, basically like interviewed or whatever, and when she
Mhm.
was cross-examined. That's actually what I was waiting on, because with the initial interview, or what do you call it when you the initial testimony, that's it.
Opening statements?
No, opening statements for attorneys. She was
Okay.
she testified as to how things happened for her.
Mhm.
That's a small little bottle. Anyway,
Oh, it'll get the job done. It got water in it.
Well, I'm sorry. This is what I'm used to. These big old liter bottles. I'm sorry. But anywho, and I'm done there. So the things that she was saying, like especially that big old meme things like my dog stepped on a bee. Like she actually said that out her mouth. Like the crazy stuff. And you could tell that she was really acting and saying a whole soliloquy, a whole story. And whenever there was like an objection or anything, she'd be on the verge of crying. And when they said objection, she
Yeah.
Child.
The jury show spoke out today, though.
and then she
Right.
had to conjure those tears back up so she can go again. Like, what in the world? Like, what makes her? I'm trying to figure out what made her think that we go along with what she was doing. And I believe
Right.
she was under the impression that just because she's a woman,
And
that
white.
she will automatically and white. Thank you, friend.
Right.
She'd be believed, but that's not the case.
No, it is not. Mike, do you feel anything for Miss Amber? Are you feeling the
Nothing.
sorrow for her?
Oh, I'm not feeling no sorrow for her at all. I think the jury nailed it this time. I feel like they said she has crocodile tears, which means she was crying, but no tears was coming out.
Mhm.
They said that she would be in the moment of being sad and like very emotional. And then
Yes.
within the next second, she'll be still like nothing has happened. So they
Right.
could tell she was acting. They said every time something was going on, she would always pick at the jury and try to
Yeah.
make her defense towards the jury. So, girl, your case has been denied. Goodbye.
And
Yeah.
so, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say some attorneys do encourage you to look at the jurors so it makes it seem like you're being genuine and authentic
Yeah.
with them. And I'm sure she was told the exact same thing by her attorneys, but to no avail. It didn't work
Kind
for
of
her.
eye contact she was given was coming off incredibly weird, incredibly like, ugh, okay, ma'am, you can stop staring at us.
Like she's doing it because she knows that she has to do it.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And also what I can't stand is just the what else did they say about her? I'm sorry, go ahead. I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of eye contact, did you guys see Maxine Waters?
What happened?
Yeah.
She was just standing there, her eyes was like wide open. Like just very
What was happening? What was the occasion?
Nancy Pelosi was talking and she was behind Nancy Pelosi and she was like,
oh, well, I think she was just making her regular resting face.
it wasn't a rest.
It was resting.
It was
It was still, but it was scary. Like it was just
but her eyeballs, man. Anyway, oh, I realized what I was about to say. Okay. I watch a lot of court stuff. I watch a lot of people testify, and when I've seen people testify that I know that they've actually been through it, through whatever they're talking about, especially when they're talking about
Stevie.
SA or any kind of assault like that. The emotions flood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they don't stop. And
I'll be a ball of water. Going
even having to take a break from time to time. Some
exactly.
Some people testifying.
And if she was truly assaulted in the way that she described, which is incredibly brutal, there should have been more. And I don't know what it is, but when there's true emotion, you connect with that. Right. And all I felt was chilliness. It was just cold because all she was doing is telling lies from the pits of hell. And there is a special place.
Ooh, for a bitch that causes division.
Right. So yes, that's all the hot topics that we have for tonight's video. Let's get into my favorite part of the show, which is our social commentary. And tonight we are continuing with our reviews on P-Valley. Episode 2 was released this past Sunday. I have to say it was a really good episode. I think it was better than the first episode, to be honest. Things are starting to come together as far as certain plot points are concerned. First, let's start out with the audition. So the Pink is auditioning for new dancers, new scrippas, and Big L is checking out the competition. He addresses this girl named what is her name? Roulette, I believe. She's got red hair. She's from some other show. I think she's on Snowfall, if I'm not mistaken. And he says, you need to be in that other line with those other girls. And she was like, no, not I. Okay, I belong in this line. He also approaches a girl by the name of Big Bone. She's actually Diamond, the actor who plays Diamond. She's actually his baby's mother in real
In real
life.
life? Oh.
In real life, yes. And she's got
Oh,
a huge
Miracle Watts.
Miracle Watts, yes. So she's playing Big Bone. She's got a huge backside. She's got a nice set of tatas. She's got it all together. But we saw in her audition that she cannot work the pole for anybody's business. Like she was trying to climb up on the pole, and she was really, really struggling. So they come out and they decide to pick they decide to pick 3 new strippers. They decide on Roulette, they decide on Big Bone, and they decide on Whisper, this white girl. What did you think about the audition process and how Haley grabbed the mic and picked out Big Bone?
I mean, it was it was good. I mean, that wasn't my best part of the show, but it was a good audition. The one with the red hair and the white girl,
Yeah,
they are the good ass strippers. Okay, they are the
absolutely.
talent. Okay, and I
Yes.
think Mercedes is a little jealous because she has to Berkey up now. Well,
Right.
I know she's jealous because what she did. I know she's jealous because what she did at the end of the show is why she did what she did.
Exactly. And Mercedes showed her
Spoiler
jealous.
alerts.
So
Huh?
what?
Spoiler alerts.
Oh yeah, spoiler alerts all
If
through,
you
all in
haven't
and through
seen
this
it,
thing.
guys. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, Mercedes showed that she was jealous of Haley for no reason, really, because Haley ain't got no moves at all whatsoever. She be doing a little whine here and there, but that's pretty much all she got. She really don't work the pole or anything. So anyway, so we get into Lil Murda. No. The next thing is we find out that Haley has moved up the date for the Pink's re opening. And so it's going to be on Friday, the next day, which just so happens to be Uncle Clifford's birthday. Uncle Clifford is turning 40 years old, and Uncle Clifford doesn't want to hear anything about his birthday, her birthday. She doesn't want to celebrate it. She's not here for it. Do you know any people like that who don't really like get into their birthdays or don't like to
Mariah
celebrate their
Carey.
birthday? Oh, well, yeah. Mariah Carey had, what does she have? Anniversaries?
Anniversaries.
Yeah, she has anniversaries. So Uncle Clifford goes home. He's salty. He's really mad at Haley. And then Grandma's like, "Why don't you just kill the hoe?" Loretta Devine, by the way, plays Uncle Clifford's grandmother, and she is excellent on this show. So while Uncle Clifford goes to her room and she's bawling and upset, Lil Murda makes a visit. And yes, Lil Murda is so fine to me. Anyway, so Lil Murda, he speaks to Ernestine, that is his Uncle Clifford's grandmother's name. She gets to the door, she's like, "Hey, Lil Murda," because she likes Lil Murda. Lil Murda visited her.
Weed?
Right. Who's that smelling like Newports and weed outside my door? But if you guys watched last season, Lil Murda spent some time with grandmother Ernestine. So Lil Murda comes by, and Uncle Clifford hears that it's Little Murda, and Uncle Clifford hides behind the door so she doesn't think that that Lil Murda sees her. However, there's a mirror out in the house, so Uncle Clifford can so Little Murda can see that Uncle Clifford is hiding behind the door. So Lil Murda just says, "I just want to say, I've been trying to text Uncle Clifford. I haven't gotten a response, but I should have handled things differently on Murder Night, and I'm really sorry about that. And I wanted to say that to him before I went on tour." And then he, like, the cutest thing, he knocked on the door before he left, and I thought that was so beautiful.
The way he was looking at Uncle Clifford in that mirror,
right? Like his eyes were watering up, like that. J. Alphonse Nicholson as Little Murda is like the perfect man to play that role, because you can tell that he has feelings for Uncle Clifford. And
is he gay in real life?
No, he's not gay. He's actually
He
has.
He played
a good actor.
well. Yes, Lord.
He's an amazing actor. I follow him on Instagram. I don't think he's married, but I think he might be engaged. I think he might be engaged.
You gotta have a strong relationship when you play a gay person.
Right, but he does have He does have a lady in his life. But
That's
what did you
beautiful.
think about that scene? Like, he's showing his vulnerability.
You know,
So beautiful.
well, this is what trades do all the time. They always,
Right. Come
they
on with the
always,
real
they
tea.
always.
Okay.
Okay, so this show is not too far familiar that I know, but this is what trades do all the time. They always in private, always speak the real stuff, make you want to know, make you think like it's so real, and I should have handled it differently, knowing damn well they're gonna do the same shit again in public.
Right.
But because you're in love and you want it to work out, and you're gonna believe everything it is, and it's probably good, so you're gonna believe what he's saying, and you're gonna fall back in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell. I mean, if I don't care if you probably punched the man, if you look at me like that, like he did Uncle Clifford, I'm gonna make with you. I'll give you another
Okay.
shot.
Yes, you could have me. Legs spread wide open, child. Like, just take it.
Take it and
Ooh,
quick.
Lord. Anyway, so in our next
It was
scene.
really sweet.
Oh, did you see it, Jennifer?
Yeah, I saw that part. I walked in mommy's room and I saw
Oh,
that part. I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
isn't it? It's just so beautiful. Like, it just warms my heart to see that. Oh, anyway, so in our next scene, we see none other than Pastor Patrice Woodbine in her new commercial, letting us know where the blessings reside. Okay, the blessings reside at Patrice Woodbine's church. Okay, she had
She
a
said,
whole little rap going
"Well,
on. Like
tell me, get your boxes, get your sanitizer." I'm like, girl.
okay, like she is out here working. Okay, that was so hilarious to me.
Regina said, "Y'all saying the names of the cast members of P Valley is making me crack up laughing." Uncle Murder. Uncle Murder.
Well, Uncle Clifford, Little Murder. I mean, I guess the Mercedes. That is a very ghetto
Mercedes.
name or whatever.
I love how they talk.
Yes, and do you believe K Michelle when she says that she was up for the role of Mercedes?
No.
Because she actually said that a few
She's
years
not
ago.
gonna work no pole.
Because to be honest, like Mercedes does remind me of K Michelle because she talks like K Michelle talks. So I kind of got in the mind of K Michelle when I was
Yeah, I
watching.
mean, I can see her play the role if she wasn't a stripper. She
Right.
might play like Haley part, but Haley was a stripper one time. She wouldn't be a stripper in the show because she can't. She's not gonna work no pole.
Exactly.
And she can't work no thong either because she got them dicks in her behind from the surgeries. That's
Exactly.
no shade.
Yeah.
No, it's very true. I'm not sure if she would be able to lift herself up on that. Especially at that time, she had a whole lot going on back there. But as far as acting is concerned, I don't believe that would have been the best thing for her.
Right. Yeah, and she might have been just
a lot to
just a couple years too old for the role as well. Just a few years too old for the role because Mercedes is like maybe her mid-20s, possibly late 20s.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, but anyways, so we get back to Grandma's house, and Grandma tells Uncle Clifford to take out that trash. It smells like a stank, Pussy. Like what? So we see there's a masked man standing behind Grandma Ernestine, and we like, what's going on? I thought they were going to cover grandmother Ernestine's mouth from behind. I thought that's what was going to happen, but we see these three or four masked people kidnap Uncle Clifford while he's taking out the trash / recycling. And he gets taken to, and Uncle Clifford is just confessing everything that she's ever done bad in her life. And, she thinks she's about to go on up to glory. But lo and behold, Uncle Clifford is being taken to a surprise birthday party. So we are celebrating Uncle Clifford's birthday. And who else is there? Other than Mr. Where the Money Resides himself. He makes a cameo in this episode, and I was so happy to see him there. He had his glasses on and his shades on. He had his little crop top on. He was looking cute.
I really like him. I like him.
I do too. I feel bad the way that he's being shown on Bad Boys Club. Like I feel like he's really trying to show out on that show. Like I really don't think that that's his real personality. Like
I'm
really
surprised
gets
he's only 25. So that's
right. That's another surprise as well. But anyway, so I forgot what his real name is. Do you guys know what his real name is?
I forgot too.
Child, I knew what it was yesterday, but now I don't know what it was. But anyway, so he's at the party and it's a roller skating type of theme. So there's a man who's giving out the roller skates, and he actually resembles Lil Murder. Actually,
He does. I thought it
the
was
whole
at first.
right, the whole time I really thought that he was Lil Murder, but Uncle Clifford approaches the young man that's giving out the skates, and they get into a little back and forth, and then
And lo
the
and behold,
yes, the young man then
pulled out.
let's just say the song that they were playing was "Getting Some" by Shauna. Okay,
That's a
And
lovely little
but
ditty.
you saw
okay,
Uncle Clifford, don't worry, in the
yes,
show.
right, yeah, they
Yes,
showed
Lord.
they showed
How
a
you
penis
doing?
on the show, but yes, that happened. Are we disappointed in Uncle Clifford for maybe he's not cheating on Lil Murder because they were never really actually in a relationship, but do you consider this cheating? I sort of kind of
Hell no. No, that's not cheating. We're not committed to each other. Hell no. We just
child
we're not together. But
child.
we but
I
what
was
you don't know can't hurt you either.
right.
We oh
We also see Lil Murder and his manager Guwap, I think is his name. Is his name Guwap? I think his name is Guwap. His managers. But anyways, Lil Murder is driven in a hearse up to a prison where he meets his security, and his security comes out. Apparently, he used to be friends with Lil Murder back in the day. I believe I saw a reaction or review on YouTube, and someone was saying that this was a former love interest of Lil Murder. I don't know exactly how true that is. Someone said that they saw him in a preview kissing him on the forehead. I don't know exactly how true that is, but apparently he's going to be Lil Murder's security. Um, but last but not least, we get back into the club, and Mercedes sees Whisper and Roulette on the pole doing their thing, and says to herself, "I gotta one up these girls." So she goes all the way to the top of the pole, and her arm has been giving her trouble for a long time. We're going to find out why in a little bit, but her arm has been giving her shoulder rather has been giving her trouble. So she falls off of the pole and she winds up in Diamond's place. And so Diamond does this whole hoodoo thing that Jennifer was talking about earlier, and he lifts up out of her somehow 7 pounds of weight that it takes to pull the trigger. So it has been revealed that Mercedes pulled the trigger to kill Montavious. Um, what are your thoughts on this whole
this is where I get confused. I feel like who got killed last year?
Haley's ex, the man that was looking for Haley? He came back to the Paradise Room. He was asking her for the money. Then Mercedes goes into the room. Uncle Clifford ends up in the room with a gun, and Mercedes ends up
Okay,
killing him.
this is where I got lost. But remember the two girls saw a ghost or something?
Yeah, yes,
Remember on the camera you can see the guy pop up.
yes, he did pop up. Montavious did pop up in the screen on the security footage. Yes.
Who that's
Yeah,
scared?
so it's a whole lot going on in P Valley. Also, Whisper was doing a reading with this necklace, and one of the strippers was trying to find out, okay, so is so and so my baby's daddy? And it turns out the reading said he was not the baby's daddy. And so she was seen out arguing with him out in the club or whatever. But anyway, so we cannot wait for the next episode of P Valley. Jennifer, yes.
Okay, just just one last thing. Though I haven't watched the show, I pay attention to the YouTubes and the Instagrams and stuff. And so I am very spiritual and very interested in spiritual things and things of that nature. I loved all the reactions to that particular moment when Diamond lifted the 7 pounds. Ooh! I saw so many people talking about how they were about to turn off their TVs.
It wasn't so scary. I was like, what the hell wrong?
Right.
I saw some people say that they were throwing blessed oil at
This ain't nothing but the devil, y'all.
But I saw some people that was going up in glory that said they were going to, yes, Lord, come out.
Come out. Yes.
I love my people, okay?
In Jesus' name.
That reminds me of Charlene. Charlene from Instagram.
Oh,
Come out right
yes.
now.
Right now. Come on out.
And before we leave today, can I just make one announcement?
Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to Wendy Williams. Her last show is tomorrow.
Will she be making an appearance? Do we know?
No, they said no, she won't be making an appearance.
What?
Wow.
So
and
her
she
show
said
is
she
after
would.
13 years. Her show is coming to an end. And it doesn't matter what people think about Wendy Williams. She is one of a kind.
Right.
I don't agree with everything she has done in life, but she has admitted to everything she has done. And I just hope that whatever comes in the future for her is a blessing, because she damn needed, okay? And with Fargo, give her money.
In Jesus' name, do it. Release it right now.
Yes, release it. So Mike, go ahead and give us your Mike, go ahead and give us your social media contacts before we get on out of here.
Yes, my name is Michael, and you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and also Twitter. My name is Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. And if any of you fine young gentlemen out there and you want to get to know me, hit me in my DM, and I'll definitely reply. Thank you. I'll see you later.
All right, that was real sweet. Like, oh yes. Jennifer, if you can compose yourself and give us your social media contacts.
Hi, I'm married. You can see me on Instagram and TikTok as the Light of the Leo. Yeah, that's me.
Yes. I'm also on Instagram, jojo_3020. I'm on TikTok, jojo_3020_. I'm also on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just type in my name in the search bar. My profile should pop up. Also, you can email me at williamjonathanlee@gmail.com for any other reasons, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But again, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and share all over the world. We want to get the word out about JoJo Speaks so we can get a following and we can get some good things going on here. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be back next week because we will be out of town in Florida. So we probably will not be back next week, but we want to thank you. It is possible. I'll let you guys know before then. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
You over there turning up like Amber Heard.
Right. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us, and join us again Thursdays 9:30, same place, same time, same beautiful faces. And we will see you guys next week, hopefully. Bye, y'all.
Bye now.
Oh, and I'm single too. Hey.